Hi muckers, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So we are obviously in a new location right now, and we are not in my normal studio. Ow, I just put my finger in nettles. Or, that's not nettles, but that's me being dramatic, but you know, like a coarse grass. It didn't even sting, it just can't, you know, whenever you like pre-exempt, is that the word that something will hurt? Anyways, I'm currently in the garden, and I'm here in the house right now, which is quite a bit away from the apartment, and I have a lot of thoughts, but I don't have my camera equipment here, but I just wanted to talk them through. So let me introduce you to the dogs. You've already seen them, but let's just say hi. So first of all, we have Miss Dolly, and then does Bonnie want to come over? Bonnie? No, she'll come over eventually. Okay, let's talk about Tati Westbrook's like return to YouTube that has been so unexpected but is so normal now. Now, I want to say before we get into this that my opinions of Tati Westbrook have been so weird throughout all of this. Like, Tati Westbrook to me went from someone who I didn't know whatsoever. I did not know who Tati Westbrook was, to someone I was talking about a lot. And the reason for that was obviously the Dramageddon, Tati-geddon, some will say. Actually, no one says, but I just felt the need to say that. You know, she was such a big contender in the drama community, which is so weird because the way Tati is now presented on camera is a very, 2013 beauty guru. Tati Westbrook, if you don't know, has returned to YouTube and is just doing, daily videos now. And they're good videos. Like, I'm enjoying them. They're just, normal beauty videos. And it's very reminiscent of early YouTube, and she's getting like hundreds of thousands of views on these. Now, she has millions of subscribers, so that's to be expected, but that style of makeup videos is not popular anymore. Nobody is really watching someone just do their makeup now. That's not what happens on YouTube. It is someone watching someone do their makeup while they're exposing someone or dragging someone or whatever. So for Tati Westbrook to, and it is quite a bold move for her YouTube comeback to be that old style of YouTube, is a pretty big move and a pretty big power move, because not many people could do it. And you know that that's true. There are so many people who are big in the beauty space because of drama that really couldn't just return to doing the style of videos that Tati Westbrook has done. Either they're not interesting enough, their audience don't care, their audience care about drama more, their audience want drama. Like, try to imagine who's a big contender. Like, at a stage, Tana Mojo was part of the beauty world. You could never imagine her just sitting down and doing video after video every single week of makeup. No one would watch it, but for Tati, she can do it. Or who's another? Even Jeffree. We see the formula with Jeffree Star's videos, that he's not just doing makeup tutorials. He's doing videos that are, like makeup exposed, bad makeup, whatever like that. And, he gets involved in drama every, handful of times. Even Jeffree now, even though he's eased off a little bit because it's been a bit much. So for Tati to be able to do this really shows where her audience stems from. And now, I believe that she is part of the more OG side of YouTube that can continue it. Tati Westbrook's audience are not necessarily here for drama. And that's interesting because her numbers now show that. And they were exposed to probably the biggest contender in the drama field that we've seen probably ever. The James Charles expose was carried out by Tati Westbrook. So imagine her audience's reception to that, her OG audience who are here for those boring makeup videos. And I mean boring makeup videos in the best way possible, because I've seen a couple of her recent videos and I think they're very nice, very entertaining to watch, even if they are not the most exciting thing in the world. That's what beauty videos are to me. Tati really has an audience who are here for that, who are here for this, not this, not exposing. So I would love to, in that moment when she did that expose video, see what her actual audience's response was. Hold on, sorry, I have low power mode, my phone. Sorry, I'm literally, this is what we're dealing with here. My phone nearly cut out. So I would love to see what her original audience's reaction was to her doing an expose video in the biggest fashion yet, and that video going viral. And for years upon years, that has been her reputation. Tati Westbrook's reputation on YouTube has been the James Charles expose. for better or for worse, she did that to herself. And again, I've been nice to Tati, I've been not so nice to Tati. My overall opinion of her is that I think she's a smart businesswoman. I think she made stupid decisions on YouTube, and I think that has haunted her for a long time. And I also think a big reason of that is because she's a woman. I think in the what's really weird is the beauty space on YouTube is very male oriented and is harsher on the woman than it is on the male. We see this with like Jaclyn Hill, you know, getting away with nothing, and Jeffree Star getting away with everything. Who else is in that space? You know, James Charles getting away with everything, Tati Westbrook not getting away with everything. And that's not to say, come here, let's not, we're gonna play quietly while Adam is recording. That's not to say that, you know, Tati has been a very bad person online, but it's to say that she gets away with now a lot less than the men on YouTube. And it's really weird that what was once the makeup world being very female oriented, and the makeup world is very female oriented and very, you know, that's what we're used to. But the YouTube space of makeup, in my opinion, is a bit different, where it is more male oriented. And I think it started with James Charles being like the male cover girl. Or was it, did they call it cover boy or cover girl? I don't necessarily know. Dogs are being absolutely manic, and like, I'm happy for them. I don't know how they still have energy. We've been running back and forth laps literally all night. Come here. Sorry. Come here. Okay, stay over here, you wee. Bonnie, neighbor's dogs. This is what we're getting. This is literally what we're dealing with here. Bonnie, we're not going to. We're going to talk about Tati Westbrook. Bonnie, neighbor's dog. That's Tati trying to stop me filming. So anyway, her recent videos have been like that, and it begs the question, what is Tati's future on YouTube? I wonder if anyone's dogs at home are barking because that. Anyway, is Tati in the future ever going to be involved in a scandal again? Is she? We don't know. We don't know. I honestly think she has tainted her reputation forever. Am I wrong for saying that? I think she genuinely has tainted her reputation, and there's no reversing of something that has caused a backlash 2 years later. 2019, 2021, nearly 3 years it's going to be since the Bi Sister, and we're still talking about it. And the difference in that we're still talking about it is just like, it's not even, in my opinion, like it's just rehashing old stuff, because still 2 years later there's new things being uncovered. Was Shane the victim? Was Jeffree the victim? Was Tati the victim? Was James the victim? Who was telling the truth? Who was not telling the truth? Was, you know, people manipulated, whether or not? It's like every single couple months, and especially in summer months, new things spike up about this. And it seemed like Tati got involved in the wrong crowd on YouTube. However, let's not baby her. She's a grown woman. She is a grown woman, and she made those decisions herself. I've been very vocal in the past year. I think she was manipulated into making certain decisions. Dolly, let's not. Sorry. Do I believe she was manipulated into making certain decisions? Hi. I think she was driven to making certain ones by certain people. You know what I mean? Like, she was influenced in certain ways, and that obviously had a long-term impact on the decisions she chose to make. And it's like, you can make that argument, but I also have to make the argument that if that happened with Jeffree, we'd be saying, well, he's a grown man. Or if we said that was Shane, he's a grown man. So with Tati, the same logic applies. She's a grown woman, and she can make those decisions herself. She chose to make them, and they had an impact, and she's dealing with that. And it's also interesting that, you know, she's back posting, she's doing all of this, and in the midst of this, she's still involved in a huge lawsuit that could cost her everything. She's talked about that she's had to downsize her life, downsize her house. She's had to get rid of a lot of things, move for security reasons, but also move because she needs to save money. She needs to get money because this lawsuit is costing her so much. So it seems like she went from the it person to be in the beauty space in terms of having everything, having all the money, having all the fame, but also not Dolly's fur, but also not being the most popular. So she was always kind of under the radar, and someone I didn't know, and that doesn't say that because I don't know them, they're not that popular, but I don't think Tati Westbrook was someone that people really thought of as, like, the biggest beauty person in the world or whatever. But now we would kind of look at her, you know, along the lines of, like, you know, the Jeffreys and the Shane in the beauty world. I just think that it's interesting that certain people have, like, an opinion that, you know, she's now here, like 3 years later, 2 years later, from that original video, and we're still talking about it. And it's like, she can't escape it. And now we talk with dramas and stuff that whether people can escape them or they can't. Okay? Like, it's, if there's a big drama that happens, we're going to be talking about it for a long time. But with Tati, it's almost as if she has lost a lot of people's trust. And that makes sense, you know. She turned on what was her best friend. And the interesting thing about the Tati situation is how, you know, her and... Hold on, how have my cats just got out of the house? God, this video is so fucking chaotic. Literally, Gomez just got out of the house. How did you get out of the house? I don't know how you got out of the house. So, I'm leaving this in. He got out of the house. I don't know why he did that. Oh, right, okay. Fucking, hi Gomez. I don't know. Get back in there. The house is all locked up and gated, don't worry, but it's funny on how he got out. Hold on. Oh, I see. Get back in. Okay. Sorry. Window. This is so chaotic. Let me go back. Let me actually sit here now. I'll sit in a different location now. We may as well spice things up a little bit. Sorry for, like, the chaos of this video. I'm now sitting on this table. Can I put this up anywhere? We'll just do it like this. So, the fact that she can't escape this drama is because of who she got involved with. With James Charles, every single couple months the narrative changes. And that's something that is going to make Tati's involvement stick around for a long, long time. You know, whenever Tati did that video, people turned on James like that. A couple months, and she was the best person in the world, right? A couple months after that, James is in the good books, and Tati is the worst person in the world. Interesting how that changes. Now, James is the worst person in the world, and Tati's the good one again. But the difference this time is people almost don't want to side with Tati. And I've seen a lot of people in the drama space refuse to, like, acknowledge Tati's return. Let me put this up here. Like, a lot of people are refusing to acknowledge that she's back, or praise her or whatever, because, and I'm going to tell you the truth here. In terms of the lawsuit, in terms of without a crystal ball thing, a lot of people don't know if it's worth it to support Tati. And now, I don't think it's that serious. Now, I've always liked to keep a level of transparency here. I don't think of it that deep. I don't think supporting Tati Westbrook is like saying you think her new videos are good or what she's doing is so different than something the beauty world has seen for a long time. I think she's bringing back a style of video that was once very popular, once the most popular thing in the world, and maybe she'll be the one to bring the beauty guru space back to what it once was, or at least somewhat of what it once was. And maybe in the future we'll see, you know, all these other big ones at the top return to this style of videos, and then in a couple of years' time they'll all turn on themselves again, and there will be, you know, the same drama there was last time in a different way. This is how it works. There's a rotation and there's a scheme, and it's a community. The community can go in on itself, the community can go out on itself. It's how it happens. It happens in the gaming world on YouTube, where, you know, certain people will link up, certain people are friends, then they're not, then they're friends again, then they're not. It's not that deep in that retrospect, whenever, you know, it's just a community. But the difference was Tati Westbrook turned the beauty community... Are you eating? She's eating her food. She turned the beauty community into the drama community. And she is so trying to remove herself from that now. And that's why people don't know where to stand with Tati Westbrook, because she is someone who provided so much to the drama community, literally was the main contender, did so much damage, if we want to be truthful, on YouTube. And we were told about, you know, her personality before this, her online presence before this was very wholesome, she minded her own business, and now she's obviously returning to that. And a lot of people don't know where they're at with that. I've done a couple tweets where I have, you know, been like, wow, she looks really good here, where it's like Tati posting a selfie and I'm like, she looks really good here. And a lot of people will quote it and be like, I don't know how I feel about this, Adam, or like, this tweet is not it. And I'm like, everyone's opinion changes on all of these people so quickly, and I completely get that. And I want to know where you're at with Tati right now. This is just like an open conversation video. I just wanted to talk. Okay, where I'm at with Tati Westbrook right now, Tati Westbrook ruined her reputation and professional career. That's it. She's now trying to fix that. She told us how in the process of the drama, she almost got divorced from her husband. She was involved in 2 lawsuits, suing and getting sued. Like, this woman's life seems like it was absolute hell within the Bi Sister to now. And I think she is reverting back to a simpler time on YouTube and a simpler time in her life with her content style. And I think we should just allow her to do that. I think there's no problem with her reverting back to an old style of YouTube, an old style that's maybe not popular anymore, that people don't care about. Who cares? Like, literally, people push these creators so much because they want drama, and I get that as someone who covers it, but also they should be allowed to want to remove themselves from that, no matter how much damage they've done. Because at a certain stage, if Jeffree Star made a video where he was like strictly doing beauty guru stuff, strictly tutorials, no more drama, no more shade, I'm just, you know, kind of what he's doing with Wyoming now, and continue doing that, which Tati is doing. She's been consistently doing this now, like minding her own business, not really talking to anyone, and just doing her own videos. If this was happening with Jeffree, all of Jeffree's fans would support it. At a certain stage, the community would be like, okay, we appreciate that you just mind your own business and we're doing this. If James did it, within one video, he would be received well again. Like, maybe even less than that. But with Tati, there's, like, almost people don't want to trust her. And I get it. I get it to a certain degree because she's done so much damage. And it was like she changed her opinion on James like that. And that's something, you know, we haven't even discussed yet. That literally, Tati Westbrook exposed James, then blamed Shane and Jeffree, then rekindled with James, and then recently unfollowed James again. And it's just like flip-flop, 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 flip. Let's change the location again for like the last time. Like flip-flop, flip-flop, and people don't know what to take of that or what to think of that. And that's a normal human response to that. Like, why is Tati, you know, changing up on James every single couple months? Like, if James is the worst person in the world, then why try to get back with him and blame Shane and Jeffree? If he's the best person in the world, why are you unfollowing him and want nothing to do with him again? It's such a... Dolly, come on up. Sorry, I'm trying to be a parent here at the same time. I see you. So it's just a lot of back and forth with Tati that I've been thinking about it a lot. And with a lot of these beauty gurus and community and stuff like that, I'm going to be honest, I don't think about it much past, like, going on Twitter, talking about it on YouTube videos, because, like, it's not your life, it's not my life, it's their life. I'm up here. Dolly, I'm up here. Hi. She sees me now. She's going to come running up. 1, 2. Hi. Hi. There you go. But with Tati, I've been thinking about it a lot because I've been enjoying her new videos, and I think she is a smart businesswoman. And I think she's a smart woman who messed up a lot, but the constant flip-flopping is a bit weird. Like, I would much rather her come out and say, you know, I hate James Charles. I would much rather her say, I love James Charles. Because, you know, it leaves it in a weird position with the Jeffree and Shane thing. And even over summer, I was like, you know, oh my God, I can't believe they, like, manipulated her. And she's telling us they manipulated her. And, you know, like, this was, you know, part of their scheme to have their series or whatever. I completely think that's a great point that she made. But then whenever she then goes and unfollows James after refollowing him, and, you know, she says that she's in good place with James and now they're not in a good place, it's like, what other, like, normal people do this amount of, like, flip flop, flip flop, flip flop? And so my overall point, in which I'm going to end with, is this is why I think what Tati is doing now on YouTube is the best thing for her. I think it's the best thing for her. Tati Westbrook just doing, like, makeup videos and, you know, being wholesome but being boring on YouTube, like, you know, doing her own thing and minding her own business. I think it's for the best for her, because she seems to be very opinionated in the moment, which we all are, and we appreciate that. But it, from a professional standpoint, it makes her very hypocritical, like very, very hypocritical. And whenever there's so many of us out there who are, you know, keeping up with the narrative, keeping up with the timeline, we're able to pick up on, okay, so she said this, but then she said this 2 months later. So she said this 3 months later, she said this 4 months later, and it conflicts. And it doesn't make much sense. So for all the people who are like, oh, like, I can't believe she's doing this, or she's trying to, like, revert back to whatever. No, she's probably realizing that no matter how many times she tries to fix the drama, she conflicts something she said in the past that she's believed in that moment, but she'll never address. So it's like, the fact that she's now just doing, like, makeup tutorial videos, like, let the woman do it. That's just my opinion, though. And I don't know, I honestly don't know why you would disagree with that, though. Like, she's getting dragged either way. If she does this, she's just minding her own business and no one's really talking about it. So that's where I'm at with it. But I want to know where you're at with, like, Tati and the overall thing. Like, please let me know. I'm sorry for such a all over the place sit down recording on my iPhone video. I'm really, really, really curious to have a conversation about this. And I mean, no one's having it in Tati Westbrook's comment section. No one's having it on Twitter because people, like, don't want to talk about Tati. I'm not seeing it on Reddit. I'm not seeing it on Instagram. I'm not seeing it on Facebook. I'm not seeing it on any of these social media platforms. So I would love to know where you're at with it. You know, we've kept up with Tati over summer to now, and even 2019 until now. Like, where are you at with her right now? And have you seen any of her recent videos? Like, what are you thinking about it? Let's talk about it below. Thank you for watching this. I hope you have a great night. And again, sorry for an all over the place video, but thank you for hanging out with me. And yeah, I appreciate it. And I'll see you in my next one. Oh, there's a butterfly. And bye. I'm gonna go play with the dogs now. Okay, bye.